Welcome back. Shares of rare earth producer MP Materials on pace for their best day in history. The company announcing a major deal with DoD this morning. The partnership will help fund the expansion of Magnet's facility, targeting a 10x increase in capacity. DoD will be MP's largest shareholder after buying $400 million of newly created preferred. Our Morgan Brennan's here at Post 9 with MP's chairman and CEO for an exclusive interview. Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Carl, that's right. And James Litinsky, welcome. Congratulations on the deal news.
Thank you. Hey, Morgan, great to see you.
All right, so this is quite a deal. I would argue this is an unprecedented deal with the DoD. We're looking at long-term package, convertible preferred equity, warrants, loans, price floor, and offtake commitments, all of which extend more than a decade. And you've also got J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs in the mix here. Break it down.
Sure, thanks. Well, first, I should and must thank the Trump administration, President Trump, the administration, and our partners at the Pentagon. I mean, this is, as you said, this is a very unique, unprecedented situation that we're in, and this is very bold, decisive action to deal with it. And the deal consists of three main parts. It's an investment in MP. It is price support for our commodity because, as we know, the Chinese have kept prices well below the market well below levels where anyone can adequately make money or get a return on capital in the free market. And then lastly is an offtake contract for us to accelerate investment. And so when you add up this package, what it is going to significantly accelerate the development of this entire full supply chain. And it's really a win-win-win, Morgan, because obviously, it's a win for MP shareholders. We're going to accelerate our mission, and clearly the market recognizes the new economic platform that we have. But it's a win for the U.S. government and for commercial industry because we're going to get this supply chain for our downstream industry, and the government's going to solve an important national security concern. And then lastly, it's really a win for the U.S. taxpayer because this was a tough bargain. It was a very heavily negotiated deal. The U.S. taxpayer has a significant amount of upside in this. So DoD will participate both as an owner and upside in the economics from our commodity as well as magnets.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the government take stakes in or even nationalize companies before, but it's always happened either in times of crisis or wartime. So why this deal now? And perhaps just as importantly, given the fact that this means you're going to be pulling more material out of the earth, you're going to be able to refine more material more quickly, and then, of course, expanding capacity for these rare earth magnets at a dramatic rate. How quickly can that happen?
Well, Morgan, I want to be very clear. This is not a nationalization. In fact, we remain a thriving public company. We now have a great new partner in our economically largest shareholder, DoD. But we still control our company. We control our destiny. We're shareholder driven, and they want that. What this is it's unique. We're in a very unique time. We're in a time where we essentially, our economy and our strategic supply chains, we have Chinese mercantilism, which is a real adversary for us. And so I'd like to think that this is sort of the first. It's a model. We have to deliver at MP and show that this is an incredible route to go. But what this really is it's a new way forward to accelerate free markets, to get the supply chain onshore that we want, and make sure that mercantilism is not going to hurt our ability to do so. And so, again, this is a new kind of economic challenge that we have. And I think, again, you really have to credit the Trump administration and the Pentagon for sort of recognizing the challenge, seeing what solution needs to happen, and then moving forward with it. And so that's really what we are doing here. And it's unprecedented. But again, the U.S. taxpayer is going to participate in the upside here. So it's a great outcome for everyone on that front.
I just want to go back to the price floor and the offtake agreements. Why were those so necessary? And with the offtake agreements, it's not just the defense industrial base, it's commercial customers too? Yes.
And so on the price floor, we have to remember at Mountain Pass alone, we have $4 to $5 billion of inflation cost, inflation-adjusted replacement cost. The Chinese currently set prices, and they are effectively the price setter in the world because they are the vast majority of the industry. Their industry itself loses money. And so that is a strategic economic policy. And so what we work together on with the Pentagon and the Trump administration, and again, this is a comprehensive package, all of these parts together, is making sure that we can have pricing at a level over the next decade that reflects a fair return on capital, so then we can then accelerate investment in the downstream. And then when it comes to the magnets, as you said, on the offtake, we have to think about these supply chains really vertically integrated, because we could have all the rare earths in the world and we could have them flowing, but if we can't make a magnet economically, it's still going to China. And so the recognition is that if we're going to accelerate investment downstream with magnets, then we need to also make sure that there's a customer there that can provide fair economics to then help us syndicate it out to the rest of commercial industry. And the last thing I'd add is, remember that this is the feedstock. I mean, as you know, Morgan, and we've talked about this before, this is the feedstock to physical AI. We've had, on your air, we've had Jensen Huang, Elon Musk, and many others talking about robotics, drones being, certainly robotics being the expectation is it's going to be the largest industry in the history of the world. Well, rare earth magnets are essential. And so if we don't bring this supply chain on now, and it's going to take us several years to bring on more, then we're really leaving trillions of dollars at risk. And so the Chinese government is willing to invest billions to make trillions. And now the Trump administration and the Pentagon are saying, well, we'll invest billions to make sure that we maintain those trillions. And by the way, it's very likely the taxpayer will make money doing it.
All right. Well, of course, this deal coming amid those trade talks with China, flaring geopolitical tensions, and, of course, just days after the passage of that tax and budget bill. Jim Litinsky of MP Materials, great to have you on. Thanks for joining us. With shares up almost